Alright. We got 2 or 3 left. Tethys, Queen, and Little Fate. Definitely not my favorite champs. I mean, Little Fade most of the time will be fine. It's just I've had so many of the nightmare experiences of Ring 1 with this piece of crap champ. You know, super overrated in that sense. Obviously, if you make it out of Ring 1, you're going to be fine, and you're going to crush the game with any of the paths. But I'm telling you, crushing it in my Ring 1 defeat department. And I don't know. I feel like Little Fade has and Eka have ruined basically every streak I've had. I usually get to anywhere between 20 to 40. I don't think I've gotten above 40 something. And then I just discouragedly lose with this champ. So I'm gonna let her be the final boss. We'll do her last. Is Little Fade a girl? I assume it's a girl. I don't know. It could be a boy. Maybe little Tethys, we'll call it. Yeah, little Tethys. I mean, if anybody's little, it's Tethys as well. Technically better than she was in Last Divinity, but maybe not as good as she was pre-Last Divinity. Like, Conduit's definitely not as insane as it used to be. It's still fine, but it runs into the problem of, like, needing to commit to one floor to really benefit from it, and that can be an issue. It's still really good, though. I kind of just prefer the other paths, though. They actually provide just nice passive value, which fits more into, Monster Train 2. I think we'll do it. I like Tethys, I guess, better than Queen and Little Fade on principle. You know, I can get through Ring 1 with Tethys no matter what. Stick it behind stick either Frostbite or Spell Weakness behind a dude, and I'll probably do good. Though I will say, Spell Weakness with nothing other than the Lance can be an issue, but it's still going to be better than an equally cursed Little Fade start would be worse. Yeah, we'll hit it here. Ooh, I didn't really want to see Life's Mother's Pyre. This would be a good example of maybe it being bad. I think it's good when you're a good combo. It's bad when you're a bad combo. But we're maybe not a bad combo. We have Lazarus. It's just not the, I want the Orakai version, but I suppose it could be worse. Certainly not great to have Tethys with unit starters. Definitely won't be going Conduit, especially with this start. Nothing about the start's bad necessarily. I mean, Titan Sentry is a very good unit to start with, and It's Alive is fine. So this is actually probably fine. The main downside of Life Mother's Pyre, similar to like Little Fade, is that it just kind of doesn't do anything for you when you have a really bad start, and then you just die. But it's really good for you when things get going. But I kind of find it win more in that regard. But it's definitely cracked. Like, the ceiling of it is hilarious. We'll probably be fine. I mean, It's Alive plus Titan Sentry clears anything. I don't even need Tethys. I would definitely take Frostbite, though, if it's offered. And Frostbite actually is the only one that can outdo the damage, the sap of Entropy. So I will say I don't love to see Entropy into Tethys and like Titan Sentry because of the silencing units, but we should hopefully find some removal for that. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for like a flash freeze or something. Damage shield is alright. Siphon's very annoying, especially with Titan Sentry. But hopefully It's Alive can keep us alive. I just need to keep his attack under 40. We may also just like large stone it, Titanite, do something like that. So we'll see here. I think this is looking okay. Our starters are really good. Yeah, Frostbite. That's an interesting change. That was not there last time I had checked. I didn't notice that. I still wouldn't take the path, but I guess Conduit has Conduit 2 to start with, and actually 12 at the top. That's a pretty good change, actually. I still wouldn't take it over Frostbite in this scenario, but that's something. Ooh, oh my gosh, that is like... Man, the last few Inga's Beaker is one of the best artifacts in the game, but the last like 2 or 3 times I've been offered it, I just don't have any mix cards, and then it's like I would still take it speculatively, but it's always up against something that's just immediately good. So as much as I want to take the Beaker, it's probably just a Cuddlebeard. I mean, I have a Frostbite Tethys, and I have a Titan Sentry. That's pretty clear. Titan Skin should be completely irrelevant here. I could maybe see reasons not to go bottom, because he does come in with a big amount of rage, but I think this is fine. The Cuddlebeard pretty much clears this. Oh, I lowered my speed in the last fight. It's like, what's going on here? Oh, and we have that. Man, It's Alive is such a good card to start with. Let's see. I mean, Frostbite already kills this guy. I might do this just to, you know, get that out of there. Put this one up here and try to, like, throw the other guys away up here. Definitely doing that. I need them money. You have 17? He dies, we're happy. Let's get rid of one of them. Got him. Probably the Crypt Builder, considering I got 2 offering tokens, though. Yeah, it's alright. I've got, obviously, AoE somewhat taken care of. I'm pretty sure we're going to the Merchant of Steel here. I mean, there's too many upgrades that are good with Titan Sentry. But yeah, some front-loaded damage is fine. Could take another It's Alive or a Pseudoscience. Pseudoscience, assuming I'm hitting It's Alive a few times on Titan Sentry, could be pretty good, because any of these things are good. Another It's Alive is probably just better, though. I don't know, though. The Pseudoscience could give me a flexibility. Like, I could have some access to reanimate, even if it's not super consistent at the moment. Pseudoscience definitely wants to see a Merchant of Magic as well, so we're obviously having to skip the first magic. I don't think... Like, if I run into, like, Spike's boss, I think I can clear Elabor the wall without a Merchant of Steel, but Spike's boss, I think I'd probably need to hit the steel. You know, if I go to the Merchant Magic, I have to, like, hit on some good stuff. I have to hit a double stack for sure, probably a spell chain, preferably both. And I feel like I've used up my quota of just nut draws on Merchant Magics in the last few runs. So there's no magic, ring 3. There is a magic here, but it's maybe not the best. We may need the health, though. We may need the health. It also kind of sucks if I hit a steal here. This steal becomes a little less good if I already hit But if I already hit, that's not a bad thing. I guess I could just hit the arms in that case. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going here, because typically the Merchant Arms isn't that good in this combo, but it could be. We'll see. And then this Merchant Magic is hard to hit, though. Especially if I end up on like full Pyre, if I go to the Merchant Arms. And the Lazarus Banner is like, maybe at that point, not really that relevant. And the Merchant Trinkets, both clans have decent trinkets. Alcove is fine, money's fine. And even here, the Merchant of Magic kind of sucks, because it's opposite a Empyrean Wall and a Horde. And there's another Stygian Banner that all the way up there. I'm not a huge fan of the banners showing up that late. There's a lot of Hell Vents, or a lot of Empyrean Walls on this map. So we finally get an Enticing Magic all the way up here. But that's the only one that's like very enticing. And even hittable. I don't even know that I can really justify hitting any of these other ones other than maybe this one. I mean, maybe I can still justify it in the fact that I am Life Mother's Pyre, because, like, you know, I can get, if I were to get, say, a double stacked Pseudoscience with Spell Chain, then I'll just skyrocket the Life Mother on that pretty much immediately. That's going to win the game in a lot of cases, but I don't know. I'll take it just because I already have two of the others and I don't really want to Calcified Ember. I guess I also could have considered the Trample, but I just don't see, especially into Entropy, how like an attack-based deck is something I want to do. I'm only going to do that if I'm forced into it. And yes, I don't know, as much as I want to hit this, I'm like, I probably should go left here. I also do have 2 Pip available on my floor with Tethys and Sentry. We certainly wouldn't mind a Siren of any sort. Definitely a decent chance to find either Siren there. We also don't have to deal with AoE in the way that the other ones would, so it's like even a Nameless Siren is actually pretty good here. Yeah, we'll go here. Alright, we got a Titanite and a Smidge Stone. I'll take that. Could go Smidge on the Siren, but definitely Titanite's getting taken. Could also just incant armor this. I mean, I have some access to reanimate, so Endless isn't really that necessary, and I have lifesteal. I mean, if I have lifesteal, do I really need the armor? I almost just don't want the armor. Rather hold out for like a little, I don't know, I guess a large stone wouldn't really work unless I want to take the Smidge Stone right now on this. I think I'm going to save my money. Money is important with this Pyre. But you can see how often, it's like, say I had a bad ring 1 where I just had a horribly statted Pyre that doesn't do anything for me ring 1, and then I'm in like a desperate spot. I'd have to do something here to get any value out of my Pyre. I'd have to like dupe my... I wouldn't have a Titan Sentry, most likely, because I would have something that sucks. Like, I would have started with like a Siliphyte, and that same deck that we just had would probably be an example of one that would struggle. And then, like, with these upgrades, what am I doing with a Siliphyte? And, like, what am I doing? I obviously would have to go to the Steel just to get through, because I'm already, like, nearly dead on Pyre at that point. And then, like, what am I even duping at that point? And it's completely possible I just get, you know, an additional 2 sweepers offered. You know, we're talking real Cursed Seed here, and it's like, well, I could re-roll for, like, a large stone. At the very least, I would have to re-roll here to at least get, like, the 20 health on something just to get through the next fight. But then at like one point, I guess I would like take the Cold Kalia and Hellvent the Cold Kalia with like extra health or something and extra damage. It'd just be like a miserable situation. So it just does not help you in those situations. Whereas if I have like a Pyre of Savagery, I could make that situation work. I would be fine on Pyre because I would take maybe 1 hit from the boss, you know. Maybe a hit or 2 from the, you know, maybe 2 hits But in either case, like, you know, then I also have like scaling on my sweepers and stuff. But I digress. There's a lot of Merchant of Steels that we're hitting, so I'm going to be greedy with my Merchant of Steel upgrades. It is Spike's boss, so this is why we had to kind of go the way that we went. Do that, that. Just throw these guys in front. I definitely want that guy dead. Sucks that they don't die, but what are you gonna do? Reanimate's fine. That's potentially the best thing we could find. Definitely got to get rid of some units though. Have some of that, and that, and that. I just can't take this the Cuddlehex and Mollusk Mage. I'm already having such issues with Pyre space, and I don't have any like spell weakness. There's just not like a big reasons to take them. And even the Crystallis for the Embers, like I would take it for not in the Ember, but with the Ember, I don't know. It's not better than Crypt Builder, that's for certain. Maybe it could help me here and there with Archeon. I don't think it would be horrible to take it. Just does delay my finding of It's Alive and Pseudoscience a little bit though, which is maybe not ideal. I think our tank killing is fine for now, and this doesn't kill late game tanks, so probably just skip it. Okay, there's the Overworked Assistant. I'm pretty sure I'd rather just take Explosive Reaction. It's not amazing at the moment, though. This is a really good card. I mean, both of these are really good cards. But the Explosive Reaction I generally like. I like it as just a general removal, but we don't really need it at the moment because we have this Titan Sentry. So it'd be more like it's still okay removal, but the biggest upside with it is actually using it on your own units. And with the Life Mother's Pyre, we might end up with some reanimate stuff, so I could probably just speculate on it, but it doesn't have the same utility that normally it would. I think we should take it though. The Overwork Assistant though, just the same, might be better. It just sucks that we're starting with the units, because it's just harder to get it down. It's like, am I just going to not play some of those units? Those units still have some use. And you know, this becomes really good. I mean, both of them basically become really good if I can get this Pseudoscience to be relevant. And then just Hellvent it a bunch, but this one doesn't have the Ember attached, so I guess I'll take it. Also could just help snipe a collector here and there. So we could go right or left here. If I go right, Large Stone isn't as on the table as it used to be. If we did that, I guess I could still just set a Large Stone Titan Sentry at the bottom with the Tethys, and they just sit there passively doing Frostbite, and then maybe mid-floor I put the Siren. The only thing that sucks there is obviously It's Alive wants to go on Titan Sentry, and then I'm missing an incant. This is why I don't like incant, because I would actually love to split these units up, but now it's like I'm giving up value to do so. And I definitely don't want to take a pip upgrade. I mean, I guess I could. There's so many units in the stack. Another nice thing with the Explosive Reaction is I could just use it on one of my units to clear them out and give me the item at the same time. I think left is better here so I can get the Pyre health, and there's definitely some equipment and rooms that could be good for us. You know, Bloodthirsty Blade is actually not too good here. I have single strikers, so like, it's just not that good. Equalizing Rings is acceptable on the Titan Sentry. Glass Cannon sucks. House Hammer isn't there. Meat Shield would be good. That'd be really good, actually. Stoic would be bad. Stagger's probably not that good. There's just not much good here, to be honest. Like, none of this is actually even that good. Meat Shield's oddly like the only one that's that enticing. So the equipment is definitely not looking great for the neutrals. The rooms, Boilerplate's pretty good. Enchanted Chamber might be alright. Is Hall of Mirrors good? That would definitely switch me to a 2-floor setup, but I could see it being okay. That would even make... Silence. The rooms are alright. And then for Lazarus, their rooms aren't amazing, especially without any reanimate. Their equipment, you know, Organ Harvester, the same way that it's not, the Bloodthirsty Blade is not so good, the Organ Harvester is also not amazing here, but it's a bit better, like at least for that one. You know, the Bloodthirsty Blade, the problem with it is it needs slays every fight. Whereas like the Organ Harvester only needs them when it needs them. And, you know, my way to get slays with either of them would be Pseudoscience, and I'd have to hit spikes, but it's very inconsistent at the moment. And at least this just has 10 attack, so it's maybe takeable. The Combustion Chute's not very good. I mean, it's okay. I would probably take it. Can't find Potion Kit, so it's just those two. I don't know. Merchant of Arms doesn't look very good to me. The Merchant of Steel, I could still get another unit. Who knows? Maybe I want another one. Dualism, Large Stone, Smidge Stone, maybe. Large Stone and Dualism are actually the things I want, and I would take a multi in the Siren, obviously. I think we just go to the right. We got another Titanite. The Quick is useless. We got Incant Armor. There's Cold Kalia. It doesn't really have a reason to exist when I have this Titan Sentry. Also, Endless is good. The Nameless Siren's interesting, though. That's, in a lot of cases, going to be better than the Siren of the Sea. It definitely scales the attack better. I mean, it's literally double the scaling on the attack. Could also be a Dualism target, which I was going to put on Titan Sentry, but if I take the Siren, I would take it there. I'd rather just focus on defense mainly for, like, I don't need a Dualism when I have Cuddlebeard. Like, I actually would want the Dualism here anyway, because it's like, I need the big single strike. I mean, I could also just take it and maybe we reroll Large Stone. I still put that on Sentry, and then mid-floor is Siren in the front. And Nameless behind. I'm going to have to remove a lot of stewards at that point, but I think it's okay. So if I do that, should I preemptively put the Titanite here? I feel like it's not a horrible plan. Even if this never ends up working, I think it's worth. Alright, there's the Dualism and the Large Stone. I do get slightly punished here. So that steel's likely getting hit. I mean, the Empyrean Wells, I am Life Mother's Pyre, so they're not as needed as they normally are. I may even just want to target, of course, yeah, there's only one Vortex on this map. I was going to target it anyway. Is there any way I can get money? I doubt it. There is if I get the Balatro event. But also if I get an event that is like something to put on a unit, we'd rather have this here. I think I'm going to commit to the large stone then. I don't mind this play. I do want both the sirens together anyway, so this just makes sense. Well, Leaky Pen is probably really good for us at the moment, and it's just only going to get better. It does make my deployment phase worse, but that's okay. We just need to get the Titan Sentry and Tethys down for now, and that should get us through the game, but then I'm just hitting Lifesteal more often, I'm hitting Pseudoscience more often. Definitely just taking that. I don't typically really like any of the other options here other than Celebrate money or whatever. I could take Reanimate 1, because Multi-Strike would go to Nameless Siren, Dualism would go to Nameless Siren. I don't know though, do I even need 2 strikes with him? I doubt it. I could just settle for this Reanimate right now. I don't think I need to do any of that though. Don't think I'll dupe any cards yet. I need to hit a Merchant of Magic before I do that. Definitely want some units. Maybe we wait all the way to the top with this. Alright, you will have that. Pseudoscience we can spam up here. I'll put these mids so that he has a 50-50 of visiting that. Never lucky. It's fine though. We'll get the Frostbite on him sooner than later. I'm just going to put it here, and then I'll hit it with the unstable card eventually. If I even have to. I mean, I might just not have to. A better time to do that. 10. Yeah, that cleans up the tanks just fine, so let's do this while we can. If I do that, I'm just giving him more rage, so there's no point in that. Just do that. Does have a lot of rage. Looks like we're fine though. We're killing him here. Okay, definitely one of the best cards with, in general. I mean, I think it's the best card in general, Tome of Horrors. I know I haven't really been able to show that in my videos yet, but maybe this will be the one. I don't necessarily have a unit that uses it super well, but this could give me a reason just to not hit this trinkets. And we skipped the Pyre health here, so this Pyre remains is not as bad anymore. Plus a Lazarus unit might be good, because I might want something to actually benefit from the Tome of Horrors. And then there's always Siren Song, which is just really good. I mean, it's just such a good card, but I want to make want to let you see Tome of Horrors in action. I think Lodestone Totem is significantly worse in Monster Train 2 than it was in 1. There's a lot of spikes. Granted, we're not really facing some of the worst defenders, but you know, there's silence. Maybe like I said in the last video, maybe I have some PTSD from when silence was more prevalent in the game. So maybe it's better than I'm getting it credit for, but certainly at least in the earlier states of the game, this card suffered. I just don't think these are worth adding. Right now, a potato, any potato, even the stewards will be a fine target for my Tome of Horrors. I don't need to add more potatoes. We'll take Ember for sure since we got the leaky pen. Alright, we're going to go here searching for Tome of Horrors things. We did not find them. We could hold over and it's alive, I guess. I don't love holding over a pseudoscience because like a lot of the upgrades it was gonna like now are definitely just going to Merchant the Tome of Horrors. I don't know, is this even that strong of a play? I don't need it at the moment. I think we just roll here. I can take a look at what else we got though first. There's a card. Alright, we found a good card for our reform. Definitely just gonna roll this. Alright, we got Remove Consume. That's one of the cards we want to see. If I had paired it right now with a -2 in Consume, I would take that, but otherwise I'm just going to hold out for a potential holdover, or a potential double stack here. I'm going to skip this side. I don't really need to hit a Merchant of Steel at this point. Like, I know this whole side of the map sucks incredibly compared to that, but even if I don't get the double stack, I just want to get the -2 on it so that I can one cost it, and I'll just start hellventing it. It's absolutely fine. There's also this. I suppose I could do this. Seems like an okay upgrade. Or just go full Frostbite. Heaven's Seal's a little risky. Oh my god, it's dire defenses as well. Fuck, I really needed this gold to make this upcoming Merchant of Magic worth it. I don't know how we do this. This is by far the most broken Ring 4. At least the boss is the easy one, but yeah, this is one of the hardest rings in the game. I think the Ring 4 is a tricky one because like I feel like metrics won't show it losing that much, but like because you have an immediate Pyre heal right after it, and you get an optional Pyre heal, so it's like often I'll go into this fight with full health, and you sure I'll get through dire defenses, but then I lose like 80 health or something. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can do this. I just don't have enough front-loaded damage at the moment. It's the only thing I'm really lacking. I could maybe get it done if I draw Tome of Horrors right at the right time, but not really. It's quite an easy fight if I don't take the trial, so let's just take it. Let's just do this. I'm going to put you there, still put them up top. I guess I'll play that out. If I do this, I give up a little bit of frostbite damage, but I think it's okay. Could have also put it there, but I want to wait for my thing. Yeah, if I had Heaven's Seal, these things are just going to march all the way up to the Pyre, gaining Titan Skin against my low attack Pyre Mother. They would devastate me. I guess we just incant up top. Definitely doing this. That kills all of that and gets me an extra reanimate. Try for another reanimate. We got it. Beautiful. Nothing else I can do. You're still alive, that's good. Well, it's okay. We didn't get the Tome of Horrors, but we had gotten the reanimate on one of them, so at least we stacked a little bit. And this should do pretty good damage to the boss. It may not kill it outright, it may, but I'll have a good well, my floor up here is not amazing. I'm glad I put the Titanite here, because these guys are just going to die to the boss. But, you know, seeing all that, I definitely need to get my incants there while I can. Alright, you're nearly dead. I could do this and I get the same amount of hits in, but then I just do more damage. Is that the best play to make? It's actually not true. I still get the same. I actually do not get the same amount of hits. So maybe I just do this and probably just do that. This should pretty much guarantee victory. He'll just die here. I can kill him with a lance. Ice Storm can be good, but we never really did any conduit stuff. It's just not that necessary. I have AoE. I don't need any of these. Don't need any of these either. I mean, there's Acid Shower, but Tome of Horrors is pretty much guaranteed to work here. I'm guaranteed I have enough money to reroll and just get the thing, and who knows, maybe I get double stack anyway. Alright, no double stack. It's the worst possible situation, because now I have to reroll here. Nope. Maybe Sona Silence in some cases. Alright, spent a lot of money to do that, but it's fine. I will dupe it at least once. Hopefully get some more money later to do more dupes. I can definitely deal with that. Even if it is annoying. Reanimate, nice. Rather than the front these times. And I really need to get rid of these stewards. It's tough because Life Mother Pyre also has less removals because, you know, you can't really justify that was not great. I'll do that, I guess. I was supposed to put it there, but I'm ordering issue. I'll give you that. Damn, I had 3 cards. I mean 2, but you know, 2 and 1/3 we'll say to get that, and I didn't get any of them, but it happens. Could be a reason to not take Shields to her here, then I'd have the option to actually, you know, move stuff around. Looks like that was enough to get him. Not too shabby. Alright, I'm into him. Definitely taking that. Spike of the League. Definitely taking that. That might overtake my Hellvents. We're going to go here just because it has a Hellvent. The health is a waste, the Merchant Arms is a waste, but the left side is just kind of whatever. Yeah, I know I'm in my Life Mother's Pyre. And yeah, we don't even really need to take any of these. Like, Dex 2 is a deck that I don't really want to be fat, especially when I can't even play half the shit out. I don't even want to waste any money here. Eventually we can start Hellventing that. But I do need to maybe hit a magic, this magic. Vortex is very valuable to me at the moment. Or just remove some of these stupid stewards. Remove one of them, at least. But it will save our money otherwise. Just put this in front. You know, then I at least have a buffer. That's probably what I should have been doing all along. I'd rather mute this. Go like this. Get rid of that or heal. Or just Zone of Silence. I'm gonna get rid of this actually. I think this fight I'm gonna hopefully be able to just carry it with this, because I got the spike coming up. I should just hit it 3 times with the spike. I only need to hit this guy with 1 more, it's alive. There's not a lot of incoming damage. Yeah, I'll hit him once here. We'll go here and there with it. It's a much more efficient turn. Let's do this. You have 1 reanimate. I think that just wins, right? Yeah. I do like to harness Titan sometimes now. It's actually a decent card. Spell chain it, hold it over. It's 20 magic every turn to your hand. But not really good with this. You know, we're just wanting to hit our stuff. The only thing I don't know right now is, do I take a draw upgrade or an ember upgrade? Because entropy will fuck my draw up a little bit. can only make so many removals. Granted, the deck does thin out pretty well eventually, and as the game gets later, it's easier for me to have those units die on the other floors. Especially if I do it there with like putting the Sentry in front of the ooze, which is probably smarter. The Ember makes Spike of the League better, but I'm already playing everything out in the opener, so it doesn't help my deployment phase any. I doubt I would want to deploy anything anyway with equipment or rooms. And, I mean, playing these still costs 1. There's other ways I could get an Ember. These still cost 1. Those will, one of them will cost 0 though eventually here at this Merchant Magic, so... I don't know. I can still see Ember maybe. It's really tough to say for sure. One way or another. This is really good. Now we probably can start just hell hunting stuff. I'll be sad if I see a Lightstone casing come up, but I don't want to take any chances with the upcoming fight. You never know what it might be. So let's go 1 there, 2 there, and we'll do another horror. That's pretty strong. So now Life Mother's starting to do good. But it's like, I mean, with the amount of Hellvents on this map, did I, you know, I don't know. But, whatever, I'll take it. Put you in the front. It is Savagery's final assault, so we want to make sure that Titan Sentry doesn't die. Obviously, Tethys is gonna die in this fight. I could also just hit the Zone of Silence there, but I have too many, like, valuable cards here. Maybe it wasn't the best. You can have one of those. Give you that and then do that. How the fuck is this guy not dead yet? See, this is where, like, putting this guy in the front really actually screwed me over a bit. I can just throw one of these here. That'll do some work, but I don't know, it's annoying. I'll do this for the incant, and I guess this for the incant as well. I guess I didn't need to put that there. Really don't want to take this damage. Guess I'm taking some anyway. I mean, it's Savagery's final assault. This is why I did all the Hellvents now. It's like, it's specifically because of this stupid fight. This fight that is just 5,000 times harder than every other fight in this ring. Try to perma-scale this guy big. Granted, the fight would have been better if I just put the slime in front. With the amount of hell vents I did, I really should have trusted that that was, you know, a possible play to make. But it's all good. We'll get through it. It's just annoying that I took the one hit. Oh, I took that too, because that guy survived somehow. Oh, whatever. I don't know that I even want another one. I don't know. The thing that I like about the Tome of Horrors is like, it just deletes everything in the game without any need to really think much else. Replicator Ray does become okay. It's just kind of win more though. I just don't need it. So I think the Vortex might be more valuable. If so many removals I want to do. I am glad I took the Ember though. Definitely seems like that's better. Sigiled Seaweed. Given that, yeah, that pretty much is huge there. I could take the Lost Luggage. It's not that good. I'd rather just duplicate with money. I don't even know if I reroll here. I get like double yeah, we'll reroll. Yeah, it was wasted. I doubt we want anything here. Let's just see how many dupes we can make. After seeing the lack of damage there, I definitely want just mainly Tome of Horrors. Yeah, and then we'll put the rest into removals. Let's get rid of lances actually. I know these units are annoying to get rid of, but they at least eventually, once they get rid of, you know, they're gone. So actually came out pretty well on the money there. Should be fine. If anything, Life from Mother's Pyre is good because it secures a win. Yeah, there's no question about it that we're gonna win this, right? Still tempted to put him in the you know, in the back, but I don't think we have the capability to do that here. Still somehow draw the only lance in the deck in the opener, but okay. Get you some of that, get you some of that. This guy does technically incant everything there. Maybe I'll just do this then. Just do that. Get the boss with it. Try to get that guy some help. Here, go like that. I don't care about incanting, I just want this. fine. We'll just finish up here. Bye-bye. Alright. Got that done. So Tethys was here on the run. If anything, she made the first couple rings easy, and I don't know that she does anything in the late game. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's a lot of frostbite, but that's enough to, like, not even kill a tank. So she's not good, but at least she does something in Ring 1, which I can't say for a lot of these other champs. Now this is definitely a fight where I'll put this Shield Steward in front. He'll easily die to entropy here. Do want to keep you somewhat happy. We want to get these in ASAP. I'll put some there just while it's easy to. Muting anybody. If I mute anybody, it's this guy. So you can see we've already nearly killed Savagery with the Unstable Tome, just to illustrate how much damage it's already kind of doing here. Yeah, Tethys also just doesn't survive in these fights, I guess. You can live there. Could keep you alive, but I don't think I can keep 2 floors alive. I mean, I could, but I just don't care to. Maybe if I'm feeling generous, I'll keep the Siren alive. I don't know. I can keep her alive a decent amount by just doing this. Ordering, but whatever. Good example why I threw the spike middle. That. Waves are taken care of. Now we just have to kill the guy up top. I need to keep you around. That maybe was not great. I didn't hit the Pyre light either. Alright, well, you're dead. That's not great. I can still turn this potato into something. I'm glad I didn't try to do anything with the other guy. Let's do that. Definitely need to hit that. Let's do that. Alright, you guys could be an issue. I think how best to handle this. If I do this, that would help. Yeah, they're dead. Looks like he'll just die this, so I'm probably just fine. Okay, we got through it. That fight did not go nearly as well as I thought it would. But, you know, still wasn't too hard. Well, at least I got to show off a little bit of Tome of Horrors. It's pretty good in my opinion. It's like, I don't know, there's just nothing that actually stops it, right? Once it gets going, it's like if your unit is reanimating enough and has several hundred stacks of unstable, then literally nothing can survive it. We just maybe didn't have... I'm not going to say I didn't have enough reanimate support, because obviously we had a lot. I was pretty careless with it, because honestly I didn't think I was going to lose my dude in the middle. I probably could have made some better turns there if I really thought that he was going to die like that. I still am a little confused why he died. Like, I must have been missing something about that middle floor. I wasn't really paying that close of attention, but I was like, pretty sure everything should die in one hit. Maybe they had a bunch of reanimators that I forgot about. Even then, I'm a little surprised that he died there, but he had a lot of debuffs on him and stuff, so it made sense. I got it to 487 attacks. It's pretty nice. It wasn't really that relevant. I only really took him because he starts with reanimate 1, but sure, it's nice that he does all that damage too. And then Tethys, yeah, I mean, she's alright in the first couple rings, and then she's largely irrelevant. I mean, even just seeing it at the end there, it's like, she has to go bottom floor to get any remote value, you know? I feel like just, I don't know, it's a champ path where the first ring is, the first thing is really good. We were only offered Conduit. Like, I would have definitely flexed into the... If I didn't have a Sentry and I was offered spell weakness, I don't mind flexing into it, because then at that point you do have pretty good AoE Frostbite, and it's basically, if you have a tank in front of it, it is basically the same thing that we had there with like a Titan Sentry at that point. But you still have the problem of keeping her alive. But yeah, probably the best version of Tethys that she feels the best with is if you do Sweeper and then you don't already have a Titan Sentry. Although I guess even with a Titan Sentry it would have still been better to go Sweeper maybe. Since the hard part of the game is when there's just really wide waves, like Savagery or whatever, and then you're getting the spell and the weakness as well, which can often be good. In this deck it wouldn't really have been that good, but yeah, and then Conduit can be good if you're doing an incant floor, which is not out of the question. Like, we had an option here to do an incant floor, just we abandoned it because there was better stuff. But yeah, she's just not great, but she is not so useless anymore. At least she's kind of there. I'll tell you what, I still rather take her than Ekka. Everyone's favorite champ, Ekka. Because, I don't know. I mean, the worst case with Tethys is that you don't get any spell damage. Or like anything other than Frozen Lance in your first ring. And then you're not offered Frostbite. That's the worst case scenario. That's still better than Ekka with an equally cursed start. You know, with Ekka, it's like you start Incant or Silver Empress. Granted, I guess they buffed the stats a little on Silver Empress, so maybe it's not so bad anymore, but yeah. Let me generate this before I get too down the tangent. That was a fun run. Kind of knew once I saw the Tome of Horrors that it was over, but... Ooh, Mengru has a seed here, 69, nice. Oops, I didn't... Well... Covenant won though, so I guess I don't really care to look at it there. What was I going to look at? I wanted to check the Silver Empress path out. I know they buffed it. It wasn't that big of a buff though. I only care about the Ring 1 implications. So what is the 1? It's a 15-10. Is that even a buff? I thought they buffed it. Maybe not. I mean, I just compare these. Like, this is a 2-pip champion, not 1-pip. So it doesn't even fit on the floor with stuff. And I don't know. I think of a bad Ring 1 start, and I'm like, there is no path here that is on the level of Frostbite Tethys, or even Spell Weakness Tethys in terms of what it provides Ring 1. You know, how are you beating the 300 HP boss, sap boss, that gets 30 health unresolved for some stupid reason? When you're only getting the conduit paths, right? I'll generally, in a curse start, rather get the moon cycle path, because at least then I can get a little bit of stats for whatever potatoes I'm running, and maybe it gets me barely by enough to win. But with the conduit and the lunar echo, especially if you're doing no reloads, you go lunar echo. In that case, I'm pretty adamant about that. It's like, I guess, you get 2 extra health, but mainly it's because I can get the I'm probably going to have more conduit, 15, but the lunar echo at least guarantees I can get at least 1 damage spell or whatever I need the turn that I meet the boss. But that's a big problem. It's just like, you'll never have enough to beat the boss in a curse start with echo, ever. You just never. You never. And then you're just hoping that the Pyre isn't so bad that it's like Heart of the Pact or something, where you have no health and no damage, and then you just die. Yeah, Ekka's the worst, for sure. Worst champ in the game, in my opinion. But Little Fade is not to be forgotten either. They're both similar, right? It's like, you get going with them and they're hilariously broken. It's kind of the opposite of Tethys in a way, right? Tethys is like pretty good at the start, and then doesn't do much later on. Whereas these ones will lose you the game Ring 1, but then they'll just be easy mode past that. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinions. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.